Welcome into Raiders Game Day. Sunday at Allegiant Stadium did not turn out the way that the Raiders hoped off the bye. They lose this one 3-0 to the Minnesota Vikings. I'm Amber Theoharis along with James Jones and Eric Allen. And now, fellas, the Raiders have lost 3 in a row. And they're hoping to get back in the win column after a bye. But it was a tale of two different sides of the ball. The defense did their job shutting out this Vikings offense all the way until the very end. They get a field goal to win it, and then the offense couldn't score a point.
Yeah. I'm disappointed, really. I thought this was the game we're going to be able to come back out and kind of prove Raiders at home are a much different football team. Coming off the bye, also, you thought you have some more wrinkles in there offensively. A little bit didn't really see that. And want to establish the run, right? But if your best offensive lineman is not playing, you have to find a way to be constructive in being able to get something going, maybe have Josh in the passing game to getting it started with those touches.
Yeah, and we talk situational football and we talk turnovers. Turnovers.
Yeah.
That is the main reason why we're sitting here with a 3-0 loss, strictly because they've one turnover, right? We lost the turnover battle today. And, I mean, Hunter Renfrow, having the ball down there, as much as the offense was struggling, you lose the turnover battle, it's going to be tough to win. It's going to be tough to put up points.
All right, well, we're going to cover it all. Here are 3 big things we'll focus on today's show. Maxx Crosby has yet another game. He has 2 sacks, and that gets him up to the 50-sack mark. Also, Aidan O'Connell struggled. He had a chance there with 2 minutes left, throws the interception. We're going to break down what went wrong with the offense. And Antonio Pierce, we're going to hear what he had to say now that in his era, he's had 5 games. The Raiders are 2-3. So let's get to the action. There he is, looking to get a win. Coming out of the bye, 3rd play of the Raiders' opening drive. And this was a long drive. Here they are on 3rd and 4. Long time. Great job by the offensive line. Gets it to Josh Jacobs for 9 yards. Taken down to the Las Vegas 35. It's first down Raiders. All right, they're looking good here. 3 plays later, 4th and 1. Let's go for it. Aidan O'Connell up the middle 2 yards. Another first down Raiders.
All right.
I love that AP was aggressive from the get-go. He was aggressive on these short down situations, man, and it paid off for him. And Josh Jacobs coming down here running the football. We needed more of this.
Should have been a first down, but wait a minute. It's coming back.
Penalty.
Coming back. It was a holding penalty on the tight end, Austin Hooper. So instead of a first down and gaining that yardage, minus 10 yards.
And that's something that hasn't really been an issue for the Raiders late.
Come on, man. come on now. He getting drove back. I know this the highlights, but come on now.
Next play, Aidan O'Connell is taken down by Troy Dye. That's a loss of 5 yards on the sack. And so the Raiders would have to punt after an 8-minute drive. 8 minutes you have the ball and come up with nothing.
Jack almost ran that thing for him. I see you, young fella.
He's been a nice addition.
Yes, he had a good football game today. Played well, was aggressive. As you can see right here, Justin Jefferson, one of the best in the game, breaking on that route, almost had a chance to pick that thing off.
Here we go, 3rd and 5. Josh Dobbs is sacked.
Yeah, love to see that pressure up front, that coverage in the back end. You get that competitive front guys getting after it.
And the rookie has a sack movement. I don't know if that's a sack dance, but
I don't know if it's a sack dance or not. I don't know if he's rolling dice. I don't know if he's something up. But, I mean, as long as he's making plays, do what you're going to do.
Okay, so the Vikings go 3 and out here. The Raiders are on 4th down. Josh Jacobs up the middle, 3 yards. They get a first down.
Yep, another 4th down in your territory. Coach being aggressive, knowing that you got to find a way to score some points. I love it.
1st and 10. Aidan O'Connell.
Good time in the pocket again. Just a rookie mistake.
Yeah, see, those are one of the ones right there. Just check it down to number 8. I promise you he'll make you right.
That's right.
Yeah, so he gets called for intentional grounding, and that stalls the drive. Now the Vikings have the ball. Alexander Madison rushing to the left. Loss of 2 yards. That's a tackle for loss by Maxx Crosby. Who else?
Kick the dough down.
Kick it down.
Patrick Graham doing a great job again of devising defensive schemes to get after this quarterback.
And Josh Dobbs can run, and he did it there to convert on 3rd down, so keeps the drive alive as the first quarter ends. And now here we're in the second quarter, 3rd and 19.
Mama, there go that man. You can hold me, you can tackle me, but you can't stop me. Party at the quarterback. Well, yeah, on him.
50 sacks.
Yeah.
50 sacks
5-0.
now. What an accomplishment.
Congratulations, my man Maxx.
And that 50th sack actually ends the drive for the Vikings. They're forced to punt.
Number 9, pushing that guard back.
Fuck, look, he tackling me. It don't matter.
Yeah, Tyree.
got him.
Look at that. Holding on Kuntz.
He had a whole guard on his back. He was able to still get to him.
Maxx, there you go.
Kick it down. Bop. Here we go.
All right, here we go now. Watch this hit Epps puts on Justin Jefferson.
There you go.
He's a banger.
Yeah.
He is a banger, and that would knock Justin Jefferson out.
Go in there if you want to. That's your corner.
Oh, my goodness, Lord Jesus.
That's why you got a safety in there, though.
Yes, it is. Thank God you do. You know, but I done took some of these hits right here. Yeah, that's right on the rib cage.
Yep.
Ouchie, ouchie.
4th and 2. KJ Osborne for 5 yards, and so they keep the drive alive with a 4th down conversion. And we see Justin Jefferson leaving for good after he was in the blue tent. Later in the drive, Joshua Dobbs incomplete.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what it's really about.
Pressure
Trying to force that quarterback into making those critical throws.
And so now they got to go for a field goal, and Joseph misses it from 49 yards out, so we still have a scoreless game late in the second quarter.
Got to feel good about yourself right now. Usually Raiders at home playing pretty good defense, playing pretty good football.
3rd and 1, Aiden O'Connell incomplete there to Hunter Renfrow. And that's their second 3 and out in a row.
And that's a chemistry type thing right there, too, because Aiden O'Connell sees the DB outside of Hunter Renfrow, and Hunter Renfrow kind of got to throttle himself to sit in that hole for that ball. That's why he kind of trying to throw it behind him right there.
And there's a illegal contact called on the Raiders.
And a drop.
And penalties have not been killing us up until this point. Today, pretty bad penalty-wise.
Yeah, that was their 3rd penalty of the game, and so automatic 1st down. That's what the refs telling us right there.
Those are the ones that hurt.
Later in the drive, 3rd and...
This is it right here.
Here it is again.
You can't. You can't have your hands on him. That top field hand. The bottom hand could be on him, but not the top.
Not the top on the shoulder.
Yeah.
It's the right call. Yeah. Joshua Dobbs, so here comes Maxx Crosby again.
You know what's crazy about those though, EA? Like I done been in a couple situations like that, and the ref like, well, he didn't throw it to you, so it ain't really no need for me to call that.
Yeah, that's if you have a veteran corner who's been talking to the ref early in the game.
Gotcha.
You know, saying, hey, how's the wife?
Yeah.
Why are we talking about that when Maxx Crosby's over here sacking people? Guys, stay in here.
Number 51, my bad. Number 51.
Stay with me here. Last play before halftime. Aiden O'Connell lost 7 yards, and the Raiders are unable to score before halftime. They head to the locker room.
There's our guy. There's our guy. Costco hoodie.
Costco hoodie. That's a Costco swag.
Yeah.
He's playing it strong, man.
Vikings in 2nd and long, though. 3rd and 20 here on this one. Joshua Dobbs. Run out by Maxx Crosby, and they're forced to punt, so gets them off the field. They did play that. You got to give it to Patrick Graham. Had a great play. We're going to talk to Maxx Crosby.
I mean, through these wins and these losses, he's been coaching his tail off, Patrick.
He really has been.
Aiden O'Connell.
There we go.
Hunter Renfrow for 38 yards to the Minnesota 11. Here we go. We're inside the red zone.
Hey, this is the ones. We just got to finish these off right here.
Yep.
Difference between winning and losing.
By the way, Dylan Parham had a holding call to push him back, so it was 2nd and 19 here, and that happens.
This is tough because you want to get Hunter involved, and he had a catch before that, as you saw, getting the 1st down. You want to kind of go back to him, use that great creativity that he has, being able to punt returner too. And it's just unfortunate he gave it up.
Yeah, especially inside the red zone. We know turnovers is always tough, but turnovers inside the red zone is even worse. Big time conversion right here on 3rd and 2 with the offense, kind of being slow all day. But we just cannot have those turnovers in the 3rd down. And we got to make these plays. These are difference-making plays right here. This is another bobble. This happened to the young fella a couple weeks ago, and it's the same exact play. Just drag your feet, catch the football clean. O'Connell does a really good job of buying time, getting outside the pocket. This is a game-changing play there. This is a different outcome for the Raiders if he just catches this football.
Also, too, Aiden, you got to get to the line of scrimmage after this and get that snap off quick so that they can't challenge it.
Yeah, I don't care what
it took forever for Kevin O'Connell to throw the challenge flag as it's a rookie thing. You got to learn to get to that line of scrimmage.
I don't care if it's a run play. I don't care if it's a quarterback sneak. Get up on the ball. Let's run a play.
Great point.
All right, so tackled by Malcolm Kuntz there up the middle for 2 yards. And here we go, the Raiders. Aiden O'Connell. You got to
Luck
catch
it
that,
up.
Michael Mayer. Got
Luck
to
it
catch
up.
that one.
You got to put it away, man. These defensive backs and these linebackers are trained to punch the football out now. They work on this in practice, punching the ball. Look at this, is fist closed punching. They work on that in practice now. This is not just no strip and we swiping down at the hands. These DBs and linebackers are punching at the football.
So later in the game, Josh Dobbs is benched and Nick Mullins comes in and completes a pass to KJ Osborne for 12 yards. Vikings pick up a first down and they're getting some momentum. 3 plays later, 3rd and 3. TJ Hawkinson gets involved for 6 yards. Vikings convert another 3rd down here. They keep the drive going. 3 plays later, Nick Mullins. This was a big play by the rookie, Jordan Addison, for 20 yards. Missed tackle by Jack Jones.
I just didn't really like the coverage aspect of this drive here, those out-cutting routes, not being able to squeeze on them. Let the big run here. Just thought we kind of lost that momentum defensively we had on that drive.
All right, so the Vikings have a chance now to kick a field goal. Remember, Joseph missed it before, and now he makes this one to go up 3-0. The 36-yard field goal is good, and there is 2 minutes left in the game. The Raiders with the chance. Hey, Aiden O'Connell, this is your audition, and he throws an interception on the very first play.
Yeah, this is bad eyes by the young quarterback. You see the linebacker dropping underneath the Devontae. You see the safety going over the top. And just look at 87 right in the middle of the field. Just get him the football right there.
Look, that's a tough one. And because all eyes are on Aiden O'Connell, he has 5 games now. He has 4 after this to prove that he could be the franchise quarterback. And it's moments like that with 2 minutes to go. You get the ball in your hands. Can you lead your team on a game-winning drive? He didn't do it.
Yeah, it's important, Amber, and you're right. You have to find a way to make those plays at the end of the game. It has to be a play that suits you, who you are as a quarterback also.
So the Raiders lose this one 3-0, and take a look. They got nothing going on the run game, 56 yards on the ground, 0 for 1 in the red zone. But look, the Vikings only were in the red zone one time. They didn't score either. The defense did an amazing job. Look at what the Raiders defense did, just 99 passing yards.
Yeah.
They held the Vikings offense to. It's the 3 turnovers, as JJ said at the beginning of the game, that you can't do that, and you're not going to win a game. But I think what's so disappointing is that this was a very winnable game.
Yes.
Very winnable game. And it was coming out of the bye because when you have a coaching regime change in the middle of the season, nobody has a chance to catch their breath. And so it was like this December bye was a gift.
It was.
We're giving you a reset. You can evaluate what's gone right, Bo Hardegree. You know, you have a chance to reset as well and get better out of the bye. So they should have had new installs. They should have new plays. They should have looked a lot sharper, right? I mean, from an offensive standpoint.
No question. And it sucks, too, because these type of situations, because I've been in a couple situations to where the offense has been rolling, and we went to the bye week, and we've came out of the bye week not rolling, and we did not want the bye week, EA. We rolling. Let's just keep playing. And it's been the other way around to where we weren't rolling, and we got the bye week, and we come out of the bye week, and we're rolling. So, you know, this offense was playing well going into the bye week. You thought they were going to continue to do that. And then today, like you said, you cannot turn the football over, number one.
Yeah.
If you're extremely bad on 3rd down, you're not going to get into any rhythm and being able to move the football. And that's what we've seen today. And it was, you know, obviously some of our big-time playmakers not making plays, but that was tough. Yeah. Offense is different than defense. Maxx Crosby can get a sack and he can wreck a football game.
Yeah.
If 11 people is not on the same page, the offense is not going to be successful, point-blank, period. So it's a little different and it's harder.
And it all starts up front. I think offensive line-wise, I thought the bye would give us an opportunity to get healthy up front so we'd be able to run the football a little more effectively and then have some wrinkles. Off those good things we've done the previous weeks, you have some wrinkles. You line up in the same formation, but you give that defense who has been scouting you for 2 weeks, you give them a different play. So it's the same formation, but you give them a different play. I know it sounds a lot easier than done, but you have to have those kind of wrinkles to help your young quarterback. And our offensive line has been struggling a little bit. You know Josh is the guy. You want to get him involved, it doesn't have to be a handoff. You can get him involved in the passing game also.
The screen game,
The screen game. All those little things to help this offense kind of get started and get going. We just didn't see that, and that's what's disappointing.
And you bring up a good point. AOC had his best game as a Raider going into the bye. It kind of felt like he was trending up, and to have this game was disappointing. When we come back, we're going to talk to the man who did have a great game, always does. Maxx Crosby joins Raiders Gameday next. Raiders Gameday is brought to you by America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights. Book now only at Allegiant.com. Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light, an official beer of Raider Nation. Made to chill. 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. So the Raiders lose this one 3-0 to the Vikings. They've now lost 3 in a row, but you see the nothing part, that was the defense, shutting out the Vikings offense. And to talk about it, let's bring in Maxx Crosby. And Max, we always appreciate you joining us after a tough loss, especially one where the defense was so productive. I mean, that's all you can ask of your unit is to shut out the other team. How tough is it to walk away with the loss in such a great performance?
You know, it sucks. Every time you go out there, you want to win. Every time, you know, every game in December matters. And, you know, for us, it's regardless, we didn't do enough to stop them. And they, you know, ended up getting a field goal at the end. So it's super frustrating. As a unit, I know everyone's sick to their stomach. So, yeah, it's bittersweet, but at the same time, we know we can improve, and that's all we can do. We got 4 guaranteed, and, you know, we just got to take it one at a time. Yeah,
and correction, obviously, the shutout all the way till the field goal at the very end, but a great performance. Go ahead, JJ.
Absolutely. I just want to, man, talk to me about some of these young guys. You've seen the young rookie Wilson come along. He just looks like he's playing a whole lot faster. Obviously, he's in the same room you are. Just talk to us a little bit about his development, because everybody's flying around on the defense right now.
Yeah, no question. You know, I think Malcolm Kuntz, you know, you watch what Malcolm Kuntz has been doing. He's been taking major strides. Tyree, you know, all these young guys. We got, you know, J-Rob from Florida State, another guy. You just see these dudes working every single day, you know, soaking up the information and putting it on display and putting their heart into it. So anytime you get those guys, you know, especially young guys, you know, coming on, you know, especially late in the season, it's pretty rare. So that's a credit to all those guys. And, you know, I love showing up and working with them every day.
Yeah, Max, talk us a little about Patrick Graham. Great game plan today. You guys executed all day long. Just love that. What was that game plan going into this game today?
Yeah, you know, stop the run and get after Dobbs. And, you know, I felt like we did that. Unfortunately, you know, they just made like 1 or 2 more plays than us. So we kept going out there and kept fighting, and that's really all we could do. And, you know, if you hold somebody to 3 points in the NFL, it's like, you know, you expect to win, but we just got to get back to the drawing board and keep improving. So control what we can control.
I know you don't like to focus on yourself personally, but not only were you selected Man of the Year candidate for this franchise, you also reached 50 sacks today. So what a week it's been off the field and on the field for you. Just a product of a lot of hard work, and I know you want to keep grinding. But congratulations on the 50 sacks.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
What does the Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee mean to you, my man?
You know, it's just a testament to all the time I put in, you know, not only in the building but outside of it. And you know, for me, it's not about, you know, getting recognition or, you know, being, you know, patted on the back for being a great guy. Like, for me, I want to make change in the world and leave a legacy that's always remembered. So for me, I always try to go out of my way, even though my time is very limited with the amount of work I put in. I always try to go out of my way to, you know, help others in need, and that's something that I'm super passionate about, and it's a huge honor for sure.
Well, short week. You know, you're playing on Thursday against the Chargers. How do you go about flushing this game, or do you want to pay attention to things that you've done, the team has done bad, and kind of going from there?
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround. So we got to get in the building tomorrow, get our bodies back together, and go and try to go out there and get another win. So that's all we can do. Like you said, we lost 3 in a row. It hurts, but at the end of the day, we got another one coming up just in a couple days. So division rival, we got to go take them down. So that's the plan.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Max, if you guys continue to hold the team to just 3 points, the Chargers on Thursday, I like the Raiders' chances. So keep up the good work, and we'll look forward to seeing you on a short week.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
I'll tell you, death taxes and Maxx Crosby having a good game. There's just some things that you can rely on in this world. And, you know, I wish we could celebrate the 50th sack a little bit more, because it is a huge deal. He did it in only 5 years, and he's number 5 on the Raiders as far as all-time sacks. And I'm sure, but by the time it's all said and done, he'll be way up there. But look what this defense was able to do, holding the Vikings to just 99 passing yards.
Yeah.
They knocked the starting quarterback out of the game.
Right.
Even on that Nick Mullins drive that ends in a field goal, there was a tackle for loss. There were some big plays that happened during that. I don't know what more the defense could do other than maybe score points themselves.
Right.
And that's tough. And you got to give credit to Patrick Graham for that. They held this offense to just 21% on third down. 21%. You can't ask for better. So it's frustrating. I know it's tough when two sides of the ball are
really
in different
is.
places.
And it's a team sport, right? So you can't kind of just say, hey, the defense can do all it needs to do and going to win the game. But if we look back the last month or so, this defense has been really playing well. And you know Maxx is going to be the biggest part of that. But I like the fact that there's other players that have been able to step up consistently. Spillane stepping up. Kuntz now stepping up. We get a little more from Kyrie stepping up. Defensive backfield. Amik Roberts, always around the ball, right? He's always around the ball. And then the safety play today, Epps with a big hit over the middle, taking their number one receiver out the game. So if we continue to get those other guys having that great input with Maxx, we're going to be doing well.
Yeah, and these are the tough ones, man. Especially, I mean, I was an offensive player, so you know, being on the offensive side of the ball, when you score 0, I mean, and you feel like you let the defense down, that hurts. But it's also we've also watched football games to where we like, come on, defense, get one stop. So you know,
both ways.
It is a team game. But like Maxx said, if you hold a team to 3 points, you should win that game 99.9% of the time. But the blessing about it is, we don't think the offense is going to get shut out again. And if the defense continues to play the way they playing, they're going to have a really good shot on Thursday night to find themselves to get a W.
All right, take a look at Maxx Crosby, where he stands right now in Raiders franchise history. As I said, he is number 5.
51.
He has 51. Still trying to catch Greg Towson Sr., though, with 107.5 sacks. So I don't know about what I said. What did I say about when it's all said and done? I don't know. That's a lot to get up.
That's not bad. I'll take Maxx.
10 years? Okay. Give up 5 more. He'll double that.
Yes.
5 more. He'll play more than 10.
Just think about the dropbacks that he's going to face for the next 5, 6 years.
Looks like the record is his.
All right, congratulations to him. When we come back, we're going to have Eric Allen and James Jones break down a couple things for us. The Raiders' third down offense, and also Tyree Wilson looking a little better, the evolution of him. That's coming up next on Raiders Game Day.
My name is Jay Beasley. I go to Liberty High School right down the street, and I play linebacker and tight end. I think it's important to give back because I've lived in Vegas most of my life, and as I was younger, I would see high schoolers and people that were older than me help give back and come to schools and do things like that, so I feel like it's kind of my duty to do the same to the kids that are growing up. At Liberty, we had a Readers of the Week program where we'd go out to elementary schools and we'd do things like go to a classroom and read to the kids. I'd wear my football jersey, do things like that. And I would go to a middle school and help talk to the kids that are in 8th grade about coming to Liberty and what Liberty's like and doing things like that. It makes me feel really good. I feel like I'm a big believer in helping people and I'll get back what I give out. And I just feel like the more good that I do in the world, the more good that I'll get back. Thank you to Intermountain Health and the Raiders for this incredible opportunity that they've given me. Go Raiders.
Welcome back as the Raiders lose this one 3-0 to the Vikings. This is a game the offense would like to forget. Not able to score a point, a big reason for that. Could not convert on third down. JJ's going to break that down for us. But also EA, Tyree Wilson, and that defense, a little evolution. Let's start with JJ.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Amber. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about this offense, and the main struggles is third down. If you cannot compete on third down, and you're 3 for 14 on third down, which means you can't get in rhythm, you can't move the ball. It's going to be a very, very, very long day. So let's talk about this third down right here. Number 1, we want to stay out of third down and 17 because that is very, very hard to get. You're not going to really convert on 3rd and 17, right? So this is just painting the picture for Devontae Adams, get the football in his hands, right? But you're well short. And then protection, right? 3rd and 5, that's where we want to be. 3rd and 5, you can get to any play in the playbook. Obviously, 3rd and 1, that's money time. Right here, this is chemistry with the young quarterback and Hunter Renfrow. You're breaking out into a flat corner. You got to throttle. He's trying to put the football behind you and put that football on you right there. Another one. This is good right here. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. Young quarterback, where are you going? At one point, you got to identify a zone coverage, and you have to get this football out to your playmakers instead of taking this sack. You might get the ball out, and it might be 4th and 1, and your coach went for it on 4th and 1.
Exactly.
You cannot take a sack right here. You you know it's zone coverage, right? You run into nowhere, right? We cannot do that. You have to be smarter than that. You didn't have no pressure right there. Stand in the pocket. Let's try to deliver the football. But, you know if we can't convert on third down, it ain't going to be no good. The punter going to try it out there, and we ain't going to score no points.
Yeah, I understand that. Third down, critical, got to be in third and manageable. And then when you have those third and manageable opportunities, you got to be able to convert. Now, on the other side, coming off the bye, I want to see something different. And so what we saw this week is Tyree, our first-round draft pick, playing inside on passing situations. Because he's a great, strong, bull-rushing guy. Look at that. Just going to put him right back into the quarterback's lap. You love that aspect about it. So this coaching staff defensively came out of the bye and said, hey, you know what? Let's put our number 9 inside on passing downs. Here we got 3rd and 19. One more time. Don't have to worry about any kind of swim move. Just get yourself up in the pocket. Yes, that's strength right there. And that's what we're talking about. That's why they drafted this young man. Great versatility. 2nd 11, passing situations. We put him on the other side by Maxx. Now I can get one-on-one. Look at that. Watch the athleticism right here.
That's what we've been
waiting for. Great job by Patrick Graham and his guys taking that bye and finding a way to get a very productive player in college on the football field making plays.
And that's what really good coaches do. They find ways to get their players in good situations to make some plays.
That's right. Back to you, Amber.
I'll tell you one thing, Josh Dobbs definitely felt that pressure. Take a look at what the Raiders defense did today against the Vikings. 5 sacks, tackle for loss. They had 8 of those. Quarterback hurries, 11, and total quarterback pressures. Maybe this is why Josh was like, okay, you know, I'm cool sitting down. 24 total quarterback pressures. As we said before, this defense was able to constantly be in the face, whether it was Josh Dobbs or whether it was Nick Mullins. But at times, even with that pressure, they got some plays off.
Yeah.
And it was just like, that's where they would convert, and you still were like, one more step, and you get one more stack, or stop that play. So, look, they still were able to produce and get 3 points at the end. And that's what happened, and they lost the game. But this is a great evolution for this defense.
If we can have this on the opposite side of Maxx, and it doesn't matter who it is, and usually it's Kuntz, but he did a great job reaching there. Guys up in the quarterback's face. Look at the great speed, the length he has on the edge.
By the way, Robinson was a practice squad guy.
Yeah.
Like, congrats to him. Comes up and gets a sack.
And yes, the ball was completed, but the pressure is what we're talking about. If we can have, watch this, Spillane just hits the gap. You know Spillane, he's ready for everything.
I love Spillane. Spillane is a gangster. I'm telling you, Spillane don't even take people to the ground. They just run into him and he say, you good? Stop, chill before you get hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
And we saw this play before, but that's another kind of Maxx Crosby play. So I'm in the same room as Maxx. I see him do this time and time again. Let me put that into my game. And that's what it's about. It's about that effort, right? It's great. Kuntz really playing good football the last 3 or 4 weeks. If we can have that kind of consistency up front, it makes my job on the back end a lot easier.
And you bring up a good point. If you don't think that those boys are embodying Maxx Crosby from being in the same room with them, then you don't know football. That is wearing off on them. We're seeing it out on the field.
Even just the effort.
I know.
It is contagious.
Playing hard.
Yes.
All right, we're going to take a break here on Raiders Game Day. When we come back, we're heading back out to Allegiant Stadium. Antonio Pierce is speaking to the media. That's coming up next on Raiders Game Day. This segment of Raiders Game Day has been brought to you by Twitch. Watch, discover, join in.
Antonio, any explanation for how the offense played today? And was there any consideration to potentially making a quarterback change going to Jimmy G?
No, poor performance. Coaching started with myself, started as the coordinator, quarterback, so on. Just bad overall.
No inclination to go to Jimmy?
We'll evaluate everything going forward.
Antonio, with a bye week for the offense to regress, was that shocking to you, or did it have more to do with injuries? What stood out to you?
No excuse there. It is shocking. Plenty of time to prepare for opponent. Knew what they did, nothing new. Just, again, poor coaching, poor performance by the players. Starts with myself.
Antonio, when you were a player and on the defensive side you lost a game like this, how did you combat those feelings in the locker room, maybe of the defense being upset with the offense for not holding up their end?
Well, the good part, we didn't have that. Guys took accountability. Listen, we got to pitch a shutout. Get it to overtime. Best we can do. 3-point ball game. Yeah, you're frustrated, but at this point, you can't really point yourselves. There was opportunity for us on defense to get off the field on third down. And that's the easy way to go. But as a team, like I tell them, we win together, we lose together. It wasn't a good performance by us overall.
In hindsight, at the end of the first half, any thought about going maybe more aggressive, trying to score some points at the end of the first half?
I thought we did. We in that 2 minute, we moved the ball to last. I think they had the ball at the 10-yard line, so we were backed up. We tried to move it, use timeouts, and then, got one timeout left for 1 second. It was going to take a shot in the end zone. And, again, we started with poor coaching, poor execution.
AP Willie Ramirez with the Associated Press. Short week. This has to be a tough game to come out of to now prepare for, and go in and sort of motivate the guys. Just your thoughts.
No, it's not going to be hard motivating. Short-term memory. I told them what we was going to do. Win, lose, or draw. We'll be in the office working tomorrow as coaches, bright and early. Players will be in there right afterwards, and we're moving on to the Chargers. On this one, you got to have a short-term memory. Remember, you got a divisional opponent coming in here at home.
I guess what is the level of concern for Josh Jacobs, especially with the short week in terms of his injury situation?
Tough guy. I mean, I think, I had to look and get with our medical staff on that, but he tried to fight as best he can. Wasn't able to finish. We'll look into that tomorrow.
Raise your hands with questions. We got Mike right back here.
AP, Josh looked like he was injured the whole game. He didn't look like himself. Was that accurate?
He got injured. He got nicked up early on, and I think it got on him. He tried to come back, and it just wasn't. He wasn't himself, and at that point, he was over. It was done with him.
Antonio, going back to the quarterback, was there any inclination during the game to move off of Aiden and turn it over to Jimmy?
No, I think you can look at both teams how they were looking at it, right? But for us, we were moving the ball. There was opportunities, penalties, turnovers for us to put points on the board. And I just wasn't a quarterback. That's why I said it was an offense. It's easy to point to figure out the quarterback. And obviously, we'll look at that as we go forward. But we knew what we got when we put Aiden at quarterback. It was going to be some ups and downs. And this was not one of our better performances.
You guys all set?
You said everything will be evaluated. Does that include your coordinators? Does that include everybody going
The whole
forward?
football program. Our whole program. Everybody. Got to win. It ain't good enough. So, got to win.
More guys? Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Time now for one big number, and it was an easy one.
Oh, man.
0.
Math.
When you
Goodness
score
gracious.
0 points, you can't win the game. I do know that much about football.
I don't know. If the other team doesn't score 0.
Well, somebody eventually.
I think you have to go by yards or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that wasn't good. And look, Antonio Pierce knew it wasn't good, and he never has missed his words. It wasn't good enough. Everybody's going to be evaluated. I don't really see how going back, this is just my opinion, to Jimmy Garoppolo would be a good option at this point. I know you want to win games, but you also are looking towards the future. When you're 5-8, you're looking towards the future. You got to see, just like you said, Aiden O'Connell's going to have good and bad. This was a bad. Do you go off of him and not give him the opportunity of 4 more games to show you a larger sample?
No, you don't. And you don't mess with the young fella's confidence.
Yeah.
It's going to be ups and downs. He is a rookie. Last time I checked, he's a rookie. So he's getting used to this football game. He's getting used to really good defensive coordinators like Flores throwing some different looks at you and bringing some different blitzes at you and all that. Like, he has to get used to this. So taking him out and putting Jimmy G in, and Jimmy G not necessarily being the guy that you want at the quarterback position next year, there's no need to put the young fella out right now. Let him go. Let him go through his growing pains and figure out, how to move the football, point blank, period.
Yeah, I agree. I think Flores is a different type of coordinator. I mean, he's going to throw things at you that you really haven't seen from the first quarter to the third quarter and fourth quarter on. He's going to grow. Aiden is going to grow with this. He's done that every single opportunity. He's always kind of matured faster, processed faster. So the next couple of games, he's not going to see this type of defense, and I think he's going to get back to playing well. Now, remember, the first half of the Kansas City Chiefs, he was playing as good as Patrick Mahomes.
No question.
He was.
Right? 2 weeks ago.
Blow for blow.
Right, blow for blow. So now all of a sudden, because he's faced a coordinator that is experienced and has enough capabilities to be able to give him some trouble, we're going to throw him to the curb? No.
He had a quarterback rating over 100 against the Chiefs defense, right?
Yeah.
That's something that you can build on. And look, he wasn't alone. There were some missed opportunities.
Yeah.
We put together some plays that there was missed opportunities. Remember that Josh Jacobs run? Look, that was on third down. That would have converted and kept the drive going.
Right.
Holding call on the tight end. Was that Aiden O'Connell's fault? No. It's a team game.
Exactly.
We also have the Hunter Renfrow fumble.
Yeah, this is points, Mike. This is points. Even if it's 3, this is points right here. So, it's a couple crucial situations in this game, and Antonio Pierce hit it right on the nose. The quarterback is going to get all the praise for the wins, and he's going to get all the critiques from the losing. That's just part of the quarterback position. That's why they make the big bucks.
This is JJ's favorite.
A heck of a play by the quarterback right here, extending the play, getting outside the pocket, and the young fella has to bring this down. This is the second bobble that he's had on the same play like this, where he's not getting his feet down or catching this football like that. And those are game-changing plays. Those are the plays that equal either winning or losing. It's not rocket science. You're either going to make the play or you not. And a lot of them plays was not on the quarterback. Some of them was, but that's an overall bad performance by the offense as a whole. And it starts with the OC with Bo, and it starts with the quarterback. It starts with the receivers, O-line, running backs, all of them.
And just one final point, I think, is when you're talking about how frustrated Coach AP seemed and looked, it's because they had a bye week.
Yeah.
And he thought that he was getting together an offensive game plan that would work, and it didn't. And that's what's causing this frustration. Like, we had 10 days to really get this thing going. We thought we had a great plan, and that's what we had. So that's where that frustration.
But not only that, he knows it's 2 things in this league. You win or you lose, right? And we losing. I don't care if it's 3-0 or 33-0.
Right.
We losing, right? So we got to find a way to get some W's.
All right, when we come back, we're going to head back out to Allegiant Stadium and show you the night that was. It's always a party. Hey, the Aces were there. The world champion WNBA Aces were there, and so much more. That's next.
They're so good.
This segment of Raiders Game Day has been brought to you by America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders.
How your best game of the season and then come out and how do you do this?
I mean, at the end of the day, we got to be better. It can come down to us. We need turnovers. If the offense is struggling one day, we need turnovers to put the game in our hands so we can come out with the W.
How do you turn things around real quick, knowing you have a game on Thursday as well?
And you just come in tomorrow, evaluate the film, and flush it and go back to work.
Something that was noticeable is how much that you played inside today. Is that something that you're starting to get a little bit more comfortable at, playing inside as well as at the edge? Is being asked of you?
Coming into the Raiders, they value me playing inside and outside. They needed me to play inside this day, so I do what's best for the team.
Minnesota has one of the best offensive lines. Seemed like you guys were able to get into the backfield pretty consistently. What did you guys talk about as a team that led to that type of success?
Like I said, we met as a defense, and came in and just wanted to go win the football game, win the next 5 games, and whatever it took to get the W is what we did.
That's a young man right there with a lot of talent. He was a first-round draft pick, and not all pass rushers in their rookie season are Rookie of the Year. We were talking to Justin Tuck before, and he told me on the Silver and Black show, look, I was kind of lost my first year, and then I came around once it clicks, and we're starting to see it click for Tyree Wilson. And credit to Patrick Graham for putting him on the inside in a position to gain confidence, because you guys know that's all in the world, that helps.
This game is about confidence.
Yeah.
Everyone has the talent, everyone has a skill set, but if you can find something to really encourage him to be better, like you've done on that bye week, I love it. I hope this young man continues to blossom and grow.
And not only that, it's about simplifying stuff for him, too. I remember when I was a rookie, and they you got to learn all 3. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so learn this one. Just learn this one. Learn the Z. All right, and then I started playing a whole lot faster. So when you tell the young fella, look, you're going inside, bull rush rush, get to the quarterback, use your moves, get to the quarterback. He plays a whole lot faster.
Yes.
And that's what they're doing, and that's great coaching. I'm telling you, Patrick Graham's doing a heck of a job
He
right
is.
now with his defense, putting his players in situations to go make some plays.
All right, well, the Raiders didn't get the win, but it was always a show inside Allegiant Stadium. Taking a look at some of the in-stadium entertainment, it was Philippa Sue, who's a two-time Grammy Award winner. You know her from Hamilton, singing the national anthem. Man, she could sing.
She did a great job.
Yeah, our production assistant's a fan favorite there.
Champions.
Wyatt really likes her. Las Vegas Aces, we love them.
Yeah,
We love them, man. They
Hoopers.
are two-time
Hoopers.
world champions right
Hoopers.
there. And Rachel Platten, man, is she talented. She did the halftime show. She sings that, you know, I Want to See You Be Brave. Everybody sings that song.
That's her song?
That's her song.
That's awesome.
It's played at every stadium everywhere, but it was actually live at
song is that? Can you
Allegiant
sing
Stadium. No. Why don't you sing the national anthem for me?
Shout out to Kelsey Plum, 619.
Kelsey Plum,
That's
man.
right.
Juanita?
That's right.
How did they go on?
You know that. You know that.
All right, when we come back, we're going to hear from the quarterback, Aiden O'Connell, as he takes the podium at Allegiant Stadium. Raiders lose this one 3-0 to the Vikings. Raiders Game Day has been brought to you by Twitch. Watch, discover, join in. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. The mark of a fighter, drink responsibly.
Obviously, this was your first bye week. Any learning lessons from that? It seemed like it was a little bit of a struggle getting back on rhythm coming out of the bye week.
You know, I think I don't know if it was anything to do. I think it was just lack of execution, and I think you know they're a really good defense too, really good defensive coordinator, and so they made it difficult for us to just do our normal stuff. And so kudos to them for playing a good game.
Aiden, Willie Ramirez with the Associated Press. Last time we were in here, we asked you the exact same thing, and you said, I got to point to myself, I got to do better. I ask this with the utmost respect. When you look at the last couple of games and where this team's at right now and sort of under the pressure, are you the right man for the job right now, or are you a little overwhelmed?
I think I have confidence in myself to execute and to do my job properly. I haven't done it good enough, and so I got to be better at doing that. But I still have full confidence in myself to do this. I'm learning every week what it takes and working extremely hard to try to put a good product on the field. I'm not doing it right now, so I got to do better.
As they said, there was a bye. There were 2 weeks to prepare for them. Did they do anything you didn't see? Did they do anything that you didn't expect? They do a lot of different things, and so they do a good job of Rolodexing it on early downs and third down. And so, like I said, they make life difficult to operate in a normal fashion. Different personnels, different fronts, different blitzes, different coverages, and so it would have taken a lot better execution for us to be successful. And again, I put that on myself.
All right, so they got to bounce back because in 4 days, 5 days, they got the Chargers on Thursday Night Football. That's home at Allegiant Stadium. Chargers also 5-8.
They're going to charge it up.
They got smacked today.
Yep.
They got smacked by the Denver Broncos. Kansas City Chiefs, that's on the road on Christmas Day. And then the Indianapolis Colts, they're 7-6. They've had moments this season.
Yep.
So they can sneak up on you. Same with the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos are 7-6 with the win today over the Chargers. That's not a team you want to play.
Coach Payton has his guys rolling right now.
Right now, the defense
rolling right
playing
now.
at a high level. I mean, they turning the ball over. They taking the ball away.
Yeah.
Like, man.
They were slow out the gate, but
those Chargers
tough now. But the Chargers coming up next, that's a winnable game.
I'm happy to see the Chargers come in town.
They're not able to score a lot of points,
Right.
so I think it comes down to those defenses coming up on Thursday. But as Antonio Pierce said, there are some decisions to be made, but I can't see how many big ones will be made from now until then. And you hope Aiden O'Connell gets a chance to bounce back after what was a tough game. But up next, it's the Chargers, Chiefs, Colts, and Broncos. 4 more for the Raiders in this season.
Get it.
Raiders lose this one 3-0 to the Vikings. For Eric Allen, James Jones, I'm Amber Theoharis. We'll see you on Thursday Night Football coming up this Thursday.